So, we are starting a How to Lose Weight in 90 Days and Keep It Off series, where over the next 90 days, I am going to give you step by step information basically on how you can coach yourself to lose weight over the next 90 days. These are some of the same things that I do with my coaching clients as a weight loss mentor and coach. But I do know that not everybody's going to be able to come to me for coaching. So I want to be able to put this out there for you so that you can take these steps and do this for yourself. Let's go. Welcome to the Overweighted Podcast, where we get real about the struggles of being obese and needing to lose a whole lot of weight. My name's Malaika. I'm your host, weight loss mentor and coach. Join me on my personal weight loss journey to lose about 200 pounds, and as I share my very real experiences, plus some simple, successful, and sustainable weight loss tips and mindset shifts so that we can mark lose weight off of our to-do list for good. In this How to Lose Weight in 90 Days and Keep It Off series, you're going to get actual actionable steps where you can follow these steps and use them so that you can lose weight and keep it off. But first things first, as we get into this, if you don't get this right, nothing I say over the next 90 days will matter. If you follow these steps, you will probably lose weight, but it just won't stick. So first and foremost, you have to have a vision for what you want. You have to have a vision for what you want, not just at the end of the 90 days, but at the end of your weight loss goal. So basically, you need to know your why. So we're going to get into the actual steps, and I'm going to give you some homework as well. But first, I want to make sure you are really clear on why you want to lose weight. So grab a pen and paper, whatever you use to write or take notes on, if it's your notes app in your phone or on your tablet, whatever that is. And I want you to sit down and think, once the weight is off, where do I see myself? Say you've lost all the weight that you want and it's 5 years from now, where do you see yourself? Like, what are you doing? How do you look? What in your life is different then as opposed to how it is right now? What maybe there's some things that you can do once you lose the weight that you weren't able to do before. So really hone in and picture yourself 5 years from now, all the weight's off, and just imagine what your life's going to be like and how things are going to be different for you. And I want you to write that down and really get clear on that vision. So now that you have your why and you know where you're going, the next thing I want to do is walk you through the initial assessment that I give my coaching clients so that basically you can kind of coach yourself along this process. So these are some of the exact same questions that I would ask them when they start coaching with me. So I want you to answer these questions. So what exactly is your goal, first of all? Maybe it's a certain weight that you want to reach. Maybe it's a certain number of pounds lost, or it could even be a particular exercise goal. For instance, you might want to be able to run a 5K, and that might be your goal. So write down whatever your goal is that you have for yourself after you have your vision. And then I want you to write down what are some of the challenges that may come up or some of the obstacles while you're trying to reach this goal. And so you're probably not going to be able to think of everything, and that's totally fine. Just write down whatever you can think of that may be an obstacle towards reaching the goal or some of the challenges that might pop up. And then once you have those challenges and obstacles written down, write down what are some ways that I can overcome some of these challenges or obstacles as they pop up. There's going to be challenges along the way, especially if you're listening to this podcast. You probably have a lot of weight to lose, just like I do. So there's going to be those issues that come up along the way in this health and weight loss journey. So you need to be aware of that and then have some kind of game plan. And again, like I said, you're not going to know everything, but just do the best you can to kind of predict some of the things that are going to pop up. Then I want you to write down how specifically you would want your habits, your eating behaviors, or your body to be different. So get really specific with this one. Again, going back to that vision that you had for yourself and what you see yourself doing and how you see yourself living your life. what specifically needs to change as far as your habits, your eating behaviors, your body, maybe the way you're exercising and how often you're exercising. So be really specific in writing down those things that need to change in order for that vision to come to pass. And so once you have all that written down, I want you to take the top 3 things that seem like the most important or would make the biggest impact on you reaching your goal. So next, I want you to write down all the ways that you've tried to lose weight in the past, and then write down what worked about those things and what didn't, and then why and why not. And the last thing I want you to write down for this section is, what do you think has been the biggest factor as far as you not reaching your weight loss goals? Or if you have reached it before, maybe what was keeping you from keeping it off? Okay, so now that you have all that down, we're going to do a little bit of ranking. So first, I want you to rank from a scale of 1 to 10. And so 1 is being horrible. And then 10 is going to be totally awesome, outstanding, almost perfect. How would you rank your overall eating habits on a scale of 1 to 10? And then write down why. Next, I want you to write down on a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rank your activity levels or the amount of exercise that you do on a weekly basis? So 1 being horrible, 10 being almost perfect, awesome, outstanding. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rank your level of activity or level of exercise? And then write down why you ranked it that. And now on a scale of 1 to 10, I want you to rank how well you sleep at night. And really, you can judge this somewhat by how you wake up in the morning. Are you waking up feeling really rested? You feel energetic and ready for the day? Or do you feel like you didn't get enough sleep and you're really sluggish and you really wish you could get a little more sleep? So rank your sleep from 1 to 10 and then write down why you gave it that score. Next, you're going to rank your level of stress. So how's your level of stress on a scale of 1 to 10? Now this scale is going to be a little bit flipped backwards. So 1 is going to be really low stress, almost no stress. And then a 10 is going to be extremely stressed out. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rank your level of stress? And then again, I want you to write down why. So the last thing that I want you to rank on a scale of 1 to 10 is how supportive are the friends and family or your circle that you have around you when it comes to you wanting to lose weight and reach this health goal. So a 1 would be like not really at all. And then a 10 would be they're super supportive with my health and fitness and weight loss goals. And the last thing I want you to write down for this like initial assessment or questionnaire is on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not at all and a 10 being completely, I am all in, let's do this. How ready are you to do the work and make the changes that you need to make to reach your weight loss goals? Chances are you're probably multitasking while you're listening to this right now. So when you get a chance, go back, sit down and go through those questions again and write out all of your answers so that you have your starting point, you know where you are, and then by the end, you'll be able to see how far you've come. And you'll also know by looking at this what changes you may need to make to really reach that vision that you have for yourself. All right, so I'm going to give you some homework besides, yes, that initial assessment. So I give my clients homework. And so since this is essentially me coaching you through this podcast, then I want to give you some homework as well. And the funny thing is, I'm actually getting coached right now as well by my success coach. Her name's Tia. She has a podcast as well. You can find her over at Heal Thy Spirit with Tia, or it's Healthy Spirit with Tia. And she's doing a 90-day immersion to help with time freedom or time management, scheduling, and all that good stuff. And I'm actually getting coached by her right now on the same thing. And she gives homework as well. And the funny thing is, the very first assignment she gave me is the same first assignment that I give my clients. So, of course, it's different because mine's health focused and hers is regarding schedules and time. But anyway, it's just really funny that we have the same first homework from our clients. So that kind of lets me know, okay, I'm on the right track because she's doing the same thing that I'm doing. So what I want you to do for your homework, first off, get that vision and get your initial assessment done if you didn't do it while you were listening to the podcast. So get that done. The homework that I want to give you is to write down everything that you eat or drink for the next 7 days. Because when I come back, we're going to start with step 2 in this series. So for this next 7 days, I want you to write down every single thing that you eat or drink. So you can write it down on paper, or if you want to use an app or your notes app, you can use that. I like to keep track of my food in a food tracker app. And the other option, if you don't want to write it down at all, is just take a picture of it. You can just take a picture of every single thing that you eat and drink, whether it's a meal or a snack, for the next 7 days. And when you do this, I don't want you to make any judgments about what you're eating. Don't worry about trying to figure out if you're eating what you should be eating or not. I just want you to take note of it, okay? And we'll get into why you're going to be doing this next week when we meet again. But it's really just for us to have a starting point. So that's the first thing. The second thing is to weigh yourself. So we know where you are right now, and then we can see where you are in 90 days. The third thing is to take some before pictures. So take a picture from the front, from the side, and from the back. That's the third thing, is to take pictures. And then fourth, if you can, take some measurements. And just take measurements on whatever parts of your body you want. If you want some suggestions, I would say take a measurement around your bust area, your chest. You can take it around the middle of your upper arm area. Take it around your waist, around your stomach, like around where your belly button is, your hips, your thigh. And I would go down one side. You can take it on both sides, but around the middle of maybe your right thigh, around the middle of the right calf. If you want to do the left as well, the middle of the left calf, the middle of the left thigh. But you want to take these measurements in the different parts of your body. And the reason that I'm having you do this is because we don't want the scale to be our only measure of success. There are going to be times when the scale may not be moving, but you'll see in your measurements that you've lost inches. Or you'll see in your pictures that there's a difference in some areas that you notice that things are moving around and looking different in pictures. So I want you to do those things for your homework. One is going to be your food log, whether it's an actual written log or pictures. 2, you're going to weigh yourself. 3, take your pictures. And then 4, some measurements. So I'm really excited about this How to Lose Weight in 90 Days and Keep It Off series. This is just part 1. We got some ways to go, and you're going to learn so much and be able to move so far ahead in your weight loss journey if you really grab a hold to what I'm telling you in these next 90 days. And I can't wait to hear about it and to celebrate with you. All right, I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. If you got any value out of this or something just really resonated with you, can you do me a favor and leave a review? It helps others find the show so that it could help them too. Also, I'd love to connect with you on other platforms. I'm Malaika Burley on IG and YouTube. And go grab my free webinar, The 5 Keys to Simple, Successful, and Sustainable Weight Loss at malaikaburley.com. And of course, all of those links are in the show notes. Thanks again and have a blessed day.